Today we're doing a video request from a beautiful subscriber. She asked me to discuss feeling invisible, and you have put more effort in than they have. How do we deal with that, and what do we do? So we're going to be deep diving into this. If you're interested, thumbs up, keep on watching, and comment below and say hello so I know who's watching. Let's get into the topic. So I have been on this end before, trust me, and that is why many moons ago I did a video called the Ugly Duckling Syndrome. I will link that video in the description box if you would like to have a look. In that video I basically touched on the fact that I have always been in the shadow of my sisters. Okay, both of my sisters are much prettier than I am, just like naturally prettier, you know. Their hair was never breaking, their hair's always grown, long hair, you know, just all round, okay? And girl, it is not a nice feeling when you feel like the ugly duckling. I then got to a point where I was like, you know what? Forget this, okay? She is not going to be invisible anymore, which is why I have done several videos on feeling invisible, feeling like you're blending into the background, and how to combat that and be a woman who is commanding attention. Those videos that I think will be helpful for you to watch are all linked in the description box. I've done so many of those. They will definitely help you on confidence building, what to go for, what to aim with your look, etc., your mentality. This will really help you. So I highly suggest that you watch those videos linked in the description box. Also, I don't know if anybody might be interested, but my top is from Shein. Usually when I'm wearing a little top, I'm asked what like where I got it and what I'm wearing. So let me just quickly show you. Sorry, I'm wearing my pajama bottoms with it, but it's essentially just this little vest top. It's really cute. I believe that this was from a company called Daisy on Shein, but also I will link this. But it has this little cute cutout heart detailing, and it's sheer so you won't get too hot in summer. Also, if you really want to boost things up, then you can just put some bra inserts, like inserts in, and that will make it look a lot more put together. But let's get on with the topic. Okay, you ladies know I get distracted. There we go. So you're putting more effort in than your friends, yet you are still invisible. How do you deal with this? How do you combat it? How do you start commanding attention? And also it really kicks your confidence. So how do we build that back up again? So let's really deep dive. The first thing I would do is definitely look at myself, my whole entire look, and really be honest and say, okay, what can I actually tweak? And not just that, okay, I'm putting lots of effort in, but what is the effort that men want to see? Okay, and that is the first thing I would look at. Now, of course, there's just going to be bone structure and things that if your friends are just naturally prettier than you, you know, that's going to be a difficult thing to combat. But there are ways that you can still get lots of attention equally or even more. So look at your look and think, is it attractive to men? Is this something that would catch their eye? And you really have to be honest with yourself about that. Okay, no matter how much effort you're putting in, this is going to catch their attention. Okay, and you don't have to show it all. Okay, and I'm not showing it all, but something like this, shoulders out, décolletage, okay, little cutout, not showing much, but this is going to get attention. As soon as they see skin, they're like, it just draws their attention. Okay, so look at what you're wearing and make sure that if you really want to get that attention and you want to stand out more than your friends, get going what you know works, and that is showing a bit of skin. The next thing I would say is for you to look at your hairstyle. Okay, they do prefer longer hair. I don't know what your hairstyle is like, But something like this gets a lot more attention than even when I wear my long black hair. It gets more attention than if I wear a ponytail. It gets more attention than anything else that I actually wear. So going lighter, for me, it catches their eye more. And maybe this is something that you want to look into doing. I don't know what your complexion is like, but go for highlights that go with your actual skin tone. I think that would look very pretty. Play about with it, see how you feel, and see what happens. Although I don't feel like you have to do that, but I'm just saying, like, to look beautiful, but I'm just saying that if you want to be more eye-catching, this is the fastest way to do it. The next thing to do is to really work on your lips. I don't know what your lip fullness is like, but they like full lips, and really accentuating that and making them look very sexy is going to be eye-catching as well, as is looking at your eyes. Okay, your eye makeup, making your eyes look brighter, bigger. Okay, this is going to be something very important for you to do as well. You have to look at other things like your posture, because not everybody has my kind of posture. Not everybody has incredible posture. You have to really shoulders back, tummy tucked in, like you're trying to get your belly button to your spine. Okay, bottom tucked under, and move your hips. And it's going to change the way you walk completely. It also changes the way you look. It makes you look more confident. It makes you look more attractive, sexier, and you're going to get noticed just based off of your posture alone. So look into posture, the way you're walking, hand placement, body placement, etc. It's all important and it all ties in, and it can help you to be in the race with those ladies who are your friends who are more attractive than you. The next thing I'm going to say is definitely your confidence, because if you're feeling defeated before anything's even happened, that really plays a big role, and you want to try to eliminate, I know it's difficult, but you need to try to eliminate those weak thoughts about how you look in comparison to others, and you've got to start saying to yourself that you are a bad bitch, you are a catch, you are this, you are that, and the other. And you have to start feeding it into yourself. I don't know if you ladies have heard of Neville Goddard, but I am a big believer in everything that man used to speak about, okay? And I also believe that the world is a stage, okay? As within, so without. So that means that whatever you're thinking, other people conform, and it just makes it happen. And I have played about with this endlessly, and what I'm trying to say is that your thoughts can alter how other people see you. Your thoughts about yourself, about your life, about your circumstances, about the way you look, it all alters how other people see you as well. So that's another thing to look into. Don't forget more subtle details that actually still go a long way. Lotioning up your skin, making it look really shiny, glossy, sexy, and like you're basically dripping with sweat, essentially. These things are also going to, not that much, but just making it look really like glossy, you know, and you know, just making sure that you're paying attention to those kinds of things, like those details, like your skin, just to give yourself an extra boost of, okay, that's something that's eye-catching, that's something I put even more effort into. I also want to make it very clear that other people will be able to see the effort that you have put in, and I want you to remember that effort that you've put in, and start remembering that you are in the race, you are in the running as well. The next thing to look at is your makeup generally. I find that sometimes people are doing things that really hurt their facial features, and it's something that I was doing in the past. I will find like a picture and I will put it here right now, and you can kind of compare my face now, which is the same face essentially, but it's just a bit different because of makeup. Of course, you ladies have done this with, the last time I had my nose done was like my filler to get rid of the bump was in 2021. This is the only kind of cosmetic thing that is different from this picture, okay? But what I've changed are the way I do my eyebrows. I've gone with my natural arch instead of doing something completely different. I'm overlining my lips. I'm paying attention to the way I'm doing my eye makeup. I'm doing blusher in the right parts of my face that work for me. I'm using a better shade of foundation. I'm using better quality powder, and I'm also lining my lips properly, but actually doing my lips thoughtfully and using shades and lipstick combinations that go with my complexion and that actually work for me. I'm doing things that really suit me and my face construction, okay, my face structure. This is really important. So forget about trends, forget about anything you've seen anybody do online, and do what works for you. You need to play about with your makeup and see what works for you, and that is what you do. The next suggestion I have for you are your nails. Okay, go for what really gets more attention, which are always going to be red nails. Go for red nails and see what happens. Okay, it's going to be more striking. It's going to get more attention than just French manicure, plain, or even just like more neutral tones. Red is going to get more attention. Naturally, it's more noticeable than something that's a lot more subtle. Also, another tip I have for you is your scent. Ladies, make sure you're wearing a scent that it outshines what your friends are wearing, okay? It outshines what they're wearing, and it will boost your confidence, okay? This is what perfume does for me. It boosts my confidence. Come, Kaka. Come on, good boy. It boosts my confidence, and it really makes me feel like, okay, it just makes me feel decadent and just fantastic. So look into your scent. If you don't want to pay an arm and a leg for scents, then make sure that you go onto like Noted Aromas or some kind of dupe website, and you can get high quality, beautiful scented perfumes for a fraction of the price. So that's something to look into. Another thing I would say is to stay away from wearing like trendy clothing, and again, go with what you know is attractive to men, what they like the look of, and what gets this, what gets stared at, what gets approached. So stay away from jeans, leggings, like active gear, or I don't know what you're wearing on like nights out or on days when you're going out with your friends, but try to go for more sexy, sophisticated looks. And when I say that, I mean maybe wear like a top like this with like a silk or like satin midi length skirt. Maybe do something like that in the daytime. I would definitely wear this in the day, or I could even wear it in the evening, but I don't feel like it's really that dressy. If you're going out somewhere a bit more dressy with your friends, make sure that you're wearing a short skirt, like a tweed set with a jacket. That will look absolutely gorgeous, okay? Or even like a tweed waistcoat on top, so you still have that element of sophistication, but it's very much sexy because you are wearing something short on the bottom, or you have some cleavage here. You've got to make sure you have that balance, and this can get you attention, but also in the right way. I don't know if your friends are getting more attention because they have it all hanging out, or in your eyes they're just prettier than you. I'm not too sure exactly what it is, okay? But, and generally to women watching, I'm not sure what the dynamic could be, but these are ways to really stand out and command attention, but also in the way that you want that attention. Because we don't just want to have everything hanging out. We can all get attention and get looks that way, but that's not really what we want, okay? We want to be staying true to ourselves, but still do what we need to do, basically. So I will, like, just using my sisters as an example, who I was always in the background, I was always in their shadow, in my own eyes, and I think in everybody else's eyes as well, in terms of physicalities. And now I'm at a place where I am very much in the running as well, like we're all in the same race, and all I have done is I've changed my hair, I've changed my outfits, I've changed the way I do my makeup, I've changed how I feel about myself, okay? I've always had good posture, so that I didn't need to change, but I've changed my outfits, I've changed the fact that I don't think highly of myself. I have changed wearing what I want, and instead I wear what I know gets me attention. And I've changed my perfumes as well, and I've just made myself be the woman who I want to be. Okay, and I get attention now. If I go out with my sisters, I'm getting attention. I'm getting attention. It's not something I even have to think or worry about. Like, that's not even on my radar anymore. So I have done this test. I've tried and tested it, changing various things about myself, my physicality, how I feel about myself, this, that, and the other. And this is what I have come to. This is a recipe that has worked for me, and I would love you to try this out. I want you to feel better about yourself. I want you to get attention. I don't want your friends to be getting more attention than you. You're on my channel. I want you to shine, okay? So try this out and really, really try it out. Everything I mentioned, try it all out, okay? And see what happens. See what happens. The last thing I want to mention is your footwear and being that glamorous person. Always be more on the glam side, always be more put together, always be that person who, like, you always have your look together. Be that woman. I don't see why others would be getting more attention than you. I just don't. So try this out, come back and let me know in the comments how it's worked out for you. Also comment below if this video has been helpful. Thumbs up as well for me, ladies. Girlies, I would really appreciate that. Thumbs up. You have been so supportive of me and my being on my Zoom recently with uploading every day. I appreciate it so much. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in my video tomorrow. So yeah, have a good day, try this out, and I really hope this helps to the lady who sent in that request.